years, and we thank you for graciousness and how you've taken care of our family. And it's kind of been, it's almost, well, it's a fun thing. We get together and do a family project. And this year we wanted to tie it with the upcoming theme of the upcoming year. And we've, through the last few years, made projects out of wood. And my lovely wife, who generally comes up with these ideas, and she says, wouldn't this be neat? And I need to be careful when I say yeah, because I haven't yet learned that might include me. But my wife come up with this little gadget, and she made it out of a chunk of wood, and it says Merry Christmas there on the front. But if you notice, on it's written on the front, it says Verse of the Month. And for this next year, I thought, what better way to honor the word that we spoke of today than to have a verse each month. And so we'll have a verse each month. This is your little place to put it. You can slide it in there. And in fact, on the back, I've got the verse in there, so you can have the verse. And well, we have one of these, one per family, and we'll work on the verse through the month ourselves. I want to encourage you to try to memorize a verse. Some of you say, well, I can't memorize. I know. I understand. We've been out of school a long time. And I know it's hard. But if we take a segment at a time and just try to learn it, it would be a tremendous asset to us. Thy word have I hid in my heart, that I might not sin against thee. It's a tremendous way for us to get close to God. And I want to encourage you this month, or this year, as we go through the year, we'll give you a verse of the month, the beginning of the month. But they're out in the back in the lobby there, and on your way out, if you'll go through there, and we got one per family. If you would grab those, and Lydia, you got everything you need for those?
Yes, sir. Right up.
Okay. So we've got one per family, and then there's one other thing I want to take care of. I know it's small, but everyone can sit down for just a second. Jeannie, come in. Give me about 3 more minutes. Many of you know Jeannie. Our Jeannie goes to college. And she does a good job. Jeannie has done one thing repeatedly for us. She has let us live on pins and needles for 1.5 years. And she's put us in a position to where we're stuck living on pins and needles. And Brother George has been one that's had to join in with us. And her car has finally just about given up the ghost for the second time. It's a 4-cylinder running on 3 cylinders now. She gets to 45 mile an hour top speed downhill, doors open, and moving as fast as it's not really 50 minutes, but we prayed, and my wife, Lord, provided a car for us, and then worked out where we had cars for us, but we had that Durango, and I thought, Lord, it'd be nice if we could find a vehicle to swap out. And I prayed about it for a long time, then I brought it to many of the church family, and many of you prayed. And at first I tried to just sell the Durango outright. No one wanted it, at least for cash. And so then I put it on Craigslist for trade, and got an offer on a 94 Geo Tracker, just a little bitty truck. And then got last one was a 1990 Honda Civic that someone wanted to trade me for a 2002 Durango, but it had 230,000 miles on my Durango, so I had a ton of miles on it. And wouldn't you believe, Lord worked out, someone offered a 2006 model Toyota Corolla that they offered, and it's this is the kicker. It's got 108,000 miles. And if you know anything about Toyota Corollas, that's like a brand new car. And God worked it out to where it was an even trade. It had some body damage and had some cleanup issues. But I wanted y'all to be a part of seeing Jeannie get a new car, 2006 for 2004. And it's... You can go look at your new, and we're calling it, the first one was Dory, so we couldn't do Dory 2, So, and I didn't want to do 2 D's or something like that, so what I decided, its name is Dee Dee. And so at this point forward, out there is Jeannie's new Dee Dee. Thank you all very much. I appreciate your prayers. You're such a part of it.
There's your new baby.
Turn it on. Let's see if it runs on all cylinders.
This one will move pretty fast.
That'll fit in the seat.
What do you think, sweetie?
It's crazy.
Huh?
It's crazy.
You want to drive around the parking lot real quick?
Sam drove it last. I can't reach anything.
I drove it last.
So George drove it.
That's how the seat sits up. This is how the seat sits forward. Oh. All right, go for a ride.
Bless her heart. Off into the sunset. That was